So let's begin our today's session on sentence improvements. So we have two sessions on sentence improvements. Today we are discussing handout 1, session 1 on sentence improvements. So sentence improvements is different from spotting errors. In spotting errors you require to only spot where there is error. In sentence improvements, unlike spotting errors, they will already give you where this error is. The error part is highlighted either in bold or whatever the color change. Now what you have to do is you have to choose from the given 4 or 3 options the correct phrase or correct part. That means you have to replace the highlighted part with the given options, whatever you feel is correct grammatically and logically. So that is how sentence improvements is different from spotting errors. However, in last class our way of dealing with spotting errors will also cover the sentence improvements, right? Because we also find out what is the correct part, right? So now let's begin with our first sentence. Here we go. So look at this sentence, guys. I'm glad to hear that you narrowly escaped being run over by a speeding car yesterday. In the given sentence, you can see the highlighted part is here. Being run over by is a highlighted part, and you are given 4 options where fourth option is no improvement required. That means that is correct. Now look at the first one. By being run over by, two prepositions front and back. To run over by, being run over by. So what do you feel is correct? The highlighted part here is being run over by. What do you feel is the correct one? What is your answer? I'm glad to hear that you narrowly escaped being run over by a speeding car yesterday. So what should be the correct part? Narrowly escaped. What you narrowly escaped? See, escape generally takes preposition from. No, you may ask me that. That if there is an object there, escaped from a kidnapper, escaped from prison. But here that is not the escaping. Here escaped from what? A speeding car was almost ran over you, but you escaped from that. So what is a correct one? So here the sentence is correct as it is. You cannot go with escaped by being run over. No, it is not correct grammatically. To infinitive, no. Escaped to run over by, no, it doesn't give sense. Escaped being overrun by, it should be run over, not overrun. So it is correct as it is. So the answer is option D. Now let's move on to the next one. Question number 2. His speech was optimistic, but at the end of it, he struck a note of caution. What is the error here? So here the highlighted part is struck a note of caution, and here are the options: strike a note of caution, struck for a note of caution, struck a note of caution, no improvement. See, here stroke is a V1 and V2, V3 are stroked. So absolutely it is incorrect because the sentence is in past tense. And we know stroke is different from strike. What we require here is strike. And the V2 of strike is struck. And V3 is striken. Right. Now, if you look at the sentence, that is grammatically incorrect because we require past tense, it is in V1. Another thing. Second thing, here you look at this, we require V2. Where is V2? Strike V1, struck V2, okay, struck V2, right. Struck for a note of caution or struck a note of caution. It is struck a note of caution, not for a note of caution. I hope it is clear, guys. So look at this one. His speech was optimistic, but at the end of his speech, what he did? He struck a note of caution. Try to understand the difference between stroke and strike. Question number 3. I did not like his comments on my paper, but I had no alternative as I have agreed to keep quiet. What is the error here? So this is the error part. Now look at this one. I did not like his comments. Did not like, simple past. On my paper, but I had no alternative. Had, V2 form, simple past. As I have agreed to keep quiet. That is simple present. Can a simple present be there in the simple past sentence? No. Either the sentence should be in past tense or present tense, not present past combination. It doesn't exist, right? Then what you have to do? You have to make it past. Where is past? Have, no. Had, all right, past is there. Now that is past of past, that means past perfect. Had plus V3, had plus V3, all right. Had, I had to keep quiet, or I had for keeping quiet? It doesn't give sense. So the answer is option B. Now look at the next question, question number 4. The police nabbed a notorious criminal who had been terrorizing builders and extorted money from them for the past 2 years. What is the error? Here, had been terrorizing builders and escorted money. Is the escorted money is the highlighted one, that means that might have some error. Now the police nabbed a notorious criminal. What is the tense there? It is in past tense. All right. Now who is a relative pronoun? Notorious criminal. Who is that? Notorious criminal. So what he did? Notorious criminal had been terrorizing builders and extorted money. Is it giving sense? Or look at this. So the police nabbed a notorious criminal, had been terrorizing. It is in which tense? Past perfect continuous tense. Now was terrorizing builders and extorted money, or had not been terrorized? Had not been, can we take had not been? If he had not been doing that, why would police nab him? It is incorrect. Had been terrorizing builders and extorted money. What do you feel is a correct one? So had been terrorizing builders and extorting money, because here it is in continuous form, past perfect continuous. Terrorizing and extorting should be there, but here it is in V3 form, so we have to replace that. So the answer is option C. Now look at the next one, question number 5. Modern industrialized communities have lost touch with the soil and do not experience that joy which nature gives and the rich glow of health that which comes from contact with Mother Earth. What is the error here? Quick guys. Modern industrialized communities, to be frank, us, we guys, have lost touch with the soil. Of course, we do not play in soil and we do not touch the soil and do not experience that joy. Which joy? Which nature gives and the rich glow of health. Even soil has that nutrients and all, and working in soil also is good for our health, right? That which comes from contact with Mother Earth. So what is the error? The error is with the usage of that and which. Do we require two relative pronouns to qualify health? No, one relative pronoun is enough. Now look at this one. Which comes from contact with Mother Earth? Okay. Which flows how from, what is that flow? Is it water or current flow? No. That which comes out, again that which. One is enough, right? Why that which two not required? So the answer is option A. Now look at the next question, question number 6. In India today, many of our intellectuals still talk in terms of the French Revolution and the rights of men, not appreciating that much has happened since then. So we have since then. right? Since then means what is the time? So since then is a time indicator of which tense? Present perfect tense. Remember, since then is the time indicator of present perfect tense. That part of the sentence should be in present perfect tense, not appreciating that much has had, much has happened. So it is giving present perfect. Now look at the other options. Much might happen. We are not talking about uncertainty. So no. Much had happened. We are talking about present. So no past. Much has been happening. We are not talking about continuous since then till now. So the answer is no improvement. It is correct. In India today, many of our intellectuals still talk in terms of talk, present tense, right? Still talk in present in terms of French Revolution and rights of man, not appreciating that much has happened since then. Right. So the answer is option D. No correction required. I hope everyone got this. He has been receiving no other message than an urgent telegram asking him to rush his village immediately. Rush his village, he has to rush his village. It gives no sense at all. So asking him to rush his village is the part which is highlighted. Now asking him rushing at his village, how come, how on earth can it be done? Rushing at his village? No, not possible. Asked him to rush his village? Same. Instead of asking, it is given asked. No. Asking him to rush to his village. That means they want him to come to his village immediately. So this gives the sense. The answer is option C. Next question number 8. Every human advance carries with it not only automatic benefits but also a new responsibility, and we must remain constantly aware for the danger that it the danger that lie in the possible misuse of our enormous skills. The highlighted part is we must remain constantly aware for. We know aware always followed by of, not for. So we have to check where is of. Aware about, aware of, aware to. Without any further question, without any further verification, we can able to answer that. We must remain constantly aware of, right? Because aware always followed by of. Now put the sentence. Every human advance carries with it not only automatic benefits but also a new responsibility, and we must remain constantly aware of the dangers that lie in the possible misuse of our enormous skills. Next, question number 9. Asking me why I absent, I was punished by the headmaster. The sentence is grammatically incorrect and logically also seems to be incorrect, right? So asking me why was I absent, it is in question form, but here it is not a question, assertive. So why I was absent could be correct. I was punished by the headmaster, that is in passive voice, that is okay kind. Now look at this. Why was I absent? Again it is in question form, cannot be taken. Why I was absent? Okay. Was I punished by the headmaster? Again, is it question? No, right? It's not question. How can you go with the auxiliary first? So it is also incorrect. So obviously, why I was absent, the headmaster punished me. That is giving sense. So the answer is option C. Now look at the next question. Question number 10. An NGO is working towards providing free education to the girl child so that every girl can stand on their own feet. Here what is there? Every is there. We know every is a distributive pronoun and all distributive pronouns are singular in sense because they expresses one at a time. So we require a singular verb and singular pronoun. Can Can is a modal auxiliary. It can be singular or plural. We don't have any differentiation. But here there is there, which is era. We require a singular and we are talking about a girl child. It should be her. So stands on their own. No. Stand on her owns. No. Stand on her own. Yes. So every girl child can stand. We cannot go with stands and stand on her own feet, not her own feet. That is era. So the answer is option B. Question number 11. By 2030, India would have become the most populous country in the world. What is the era? By 2030, India would have become the most populous country in the world. Here we have a time indicator by 2030, right? Have become, see, by 2020, by 2030, by next year, by next week. It's a time indicator of two tenses, future perfect and future perfect continuous. Have become, right? So have plus V3, and here what we require? Will, not would. So replace would with will have become. We're not talking about the another clause, will have become. So the answer is option A. Next, question number 12. Do you know to whom Raj is going to marry? To whom Raj is going to marry? It's not correct, right? So we have to replace that. Look at the given options. Do you know who is Raj going to get married? No. Going to get married to someone, right? Get married to someone. It is not giving the sense. Eliminate. Do you know who Raj will be going to marry? Will be going to marry. Giving little. Do you know whom Raj is going to marry? Which one? B or C? Who Raj will be going, who is objective case, whom Raj is going to marry. This giving the correct sense. Here we require objective case, not subjective case. So the answer is option C, because who is for subjective case and whom is for objective case. So it's better to go with objective case because we are talking in object. So answer is option C. Question number 13. They were angry because they realized that they have had been cheated. What is the error here? They were angry, past tense, because they had realized, past tense, that they have had been, present. It is incorrect. Cheated. Now we require past. So eliminate present. Are cheated, were cheated, had been cheated. So what is the correction? Have had been cheated. They realized that they had been cheated or were cheated. They were cheated. They cheated someone? No, right? They were cheated by someone. Right. So which one? They were cheated by someone you have to take, or they had been cheated. Which one? So here somebody cheated them, right? That means we require in passive voice, not in active voice. So what is the one? Here both are in passive voice only. Were plus V3, passive voice. Had been plus V3, passive voice. Which one will you choose? So you have to take past perfect tense. So the answer is option A. If that is not there, then you can take this. This can be possible when something happened in the past without another past action. Here this is happened first and now they realized and then they realized. So this is first action. So past perfect tense is what we require. So the answer is option A. Question number 14. 1 minute they are all sweet but caring, and the next minute they had stabbed you in the back. 1 minute they are all sweet. Here the highlighted one is but caring. Sweet but caring, what, yeah? Sweet and caring both are positive only, no? But is a conjunction of contrast, but we require positive conjunction. So definitely we have to eliminate it. If are we talking about any condition? No. Caring only, sweet only caring? No. And caring. Sweet and caring. 1 minute, they're all sweet and caring. And the next minute, they stab you in the back. So there you can go with but however they have given and in the question. So here replace but with and because our sense is positive. Sweet and caring. So we require a positive conjunction. So the answer is option B. Question number 15. In the housing society where I live, there is a nice house. What is the era? Nice house to let out. This is the era. This is the highlighted part. To let out. Is it giving sense to let out, letting out something? No, right? So what is a correction? You can answer this very well. A nice house to let, for letting, to be letting out, no improvement. What is a correction? So you want the house to have a rented one. So to let is a correct one. To let board you might have seen, right? To let means what? Available for a rent, a house or a building which is available for a rent. So the answer should be a nice house to let. Understand guys, for letting is not correct. Letting, no, it's not, cannot be taken that. To be let out, no, it should be let, to let. That means to let means what? Available. What is available? A house or a building for rent. Available on rent. You can rent that house or a building. That is what to let. Question number 16. Do not step near the cliff's edge, else your life might be thrown into great peril. So the highlighted part is might be thrown into. So what is the right part? So do not step near the cliff's edge. Else, why? What happened? Else your life dash great peril. Peril means danger. Right? So your life dash great peril. Will be in great peril. Will face great peril. Would be placed in great peril. No. Would be placed in danger. No. So will face. Are you facing? No, right? We are talking about life. Your life. Your life will not face anything. No. So might be thrown into, might indicate uncertainty. There is no uncertainty. It is cliff. If you stand on edge, if anything happens, no might, will only. So the answer is option A, will be in great peril. Question number 17. You can play video games and paint or draw from anywhere. And paint or draw from anywhere. So the highlighted part is draw. See here paint is there which is V1. That means here also we require V1 only, no? Draw is there, V1. And be drawing, can draw, could draw. You're not talking about the possibility, past possibility or present possibility or ability there. You can play video games. Can is already there. Can play video games and draw or paint from anywhere. So there is no error in the sentence. So the answer is no improvement, no correction required. Now look at the next question, question number 18. Varun goes for cinema every Friday. What is the error here? Guys, here cinema means not the picture. Cinema means theater. Theater is called cinema. Okay, not only the picture, not only the film, theater is also called cinema. That means theater means what? It is a place. For place, what is the preposition we shall go with? Goes, Varun goes dash every Friday. For cinema, to cinema, in cinema, to the cinema. No, it is to cinema. The place, the theater is also called cinema. So the answer is option A. Now look at the next question, question number 19. The teacher said it's time that your daughter dash how to write. So the highlighted part is has learned. I told you before, if a sentence begins with it's time, it's right time, It's high time. It's quiet time. And it's about time, etc. Remember, these phrases must be always followed by the next clause in only simple past tense. Remember, whenever you find these clauses, the next clause must be in simple past tense. But that one has learned is in present perfect. Has plus V3. It is incorrect. Learn. Simple present. No. Had learnt. Past perfect. No. So the answer should be V2. Learned. So the answer is option C. Now look at the next question. Question number 20. As soon as I saw that ferocious dog, then I ran away. Look at this one. As soon as I saw is a highlighted one, and in the sentence we have than. When as soon as is there, than is not required. Do not use double conjunctions. Right. Than is there means there are two choices, two options. One, either the sentence must be in comparative degree. Two, we require another conjunction. What is another conjunction? No sooner. Right. No sooner than. That is possible. Right. So look at the given options. No sooner than I saw. Than is already there. We can't take this part. No sooner has I seen. The sentence is in past tense. Ran. So B is incorrect. No sooner did I see. So no sooner is followed by auxiliary verb. So simple past you can take did plus V1. So the answer is option C. Next question number 21. The other shirt will cost you more. What is the error? The other shirt will cost you more. What is the correction? So the highlighted part is will cost. Will cost is a highlighted part. And here you got would cost, could be costing, costing cannot be cost, cost. So here would be costing. We are not talking about that in that continuous tense. So will be costing again no. Costing, we are not talking in continuous tense of something in future. It's not possible. Would, I told you, is a past form of will. Will, would. Would has two usages. One, it expresses past possibilities. I would have taken your suggestion. You didn't take. Now if you think I would have taken your suggestion, can you take it? Now it is not possible. Already you didn't take and you are facing the consequences of it. So that is one usage. Second one, to make polite requests or expressions. Would you do me a favor? So incorrect. So the answer is no improvement. Option D. Next, question number 22. Having finished the voluminous novel, I was being put away by him. What is the error? Having finished the voluminous novel, it was being put away by him. So what is the correction? Here, it was being put away by him is a highlighted clause we have here. So what is the replacement if there is any? It was put away by him. He has had put it away. Has had put it away. Has had put. Two auxiliaries do we require? No. He put it away. No error. So we cannot take B because two auxiliaries not required. Had, have. Right. Had, has, had. Not required. Again, already main verb is there. Put. Next. It was put away by him. So it was put away by him. It is in passive voice. Next, he put it away. Having finished the voluminous novel, that means after finishing the voluminous novel, it is better to use it in active voice, not passive voice. Hence, the answer is he put it away. It refers to that voluminous novel. So the answer is option C. Next, question number 23. The hapless kid Khate sorry figure in his first performance on the stage? First, let us understand this sentence. Hapless means what? The meaning of hapless is unfortunate, or you can also say unlucky. He's hapless. That means he's unfortunate. He's unlucky. So the hapless kid, okay, what he did? Cut a sorry figure in his first performance on the stage. What is your answer? So make a sorry figure, made a sad figure, cut a sorry face. This sentence is correct absolutely like that, because cut a sorry face means to cause or make a bad impression. So the sentence is correct as it is. So the answer is no improvement. Is that clear, guys? Next question number 24. If you come across new words, you should look them up in the dictionary. If you know the phrasal verbs, it will become very easy. With look, we have different phrasal verbs like look at, look for, look forward, look into, look up, look down, on or upon, etc. Many are there. Here we have a few. Now, if you look at this one, look at, hey you, look at the board. Means what? See and observe something in particular. That is look at. Look for, oh no, I lost my keys. I'm looking for them. That means to search. Look forward. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm looking forward to meeting you. That means anticipate, wait for someone or something. That is okay. Look into means the principal promised to look into the matter. That means no, no. It is not what you are thinking as the answer. It is not going through or whatever it is. Look into means to investigate, to examine. Next, look up. One meaning of look up is looking up, but that is not the only meaning. Look up has another meaning, which I already discussed in our previous classes. Look up means to find a piece of information, especially from a reference book. To find a piece of information, especially from a reference book. Next, look down on or upon. You cannot simply take look down. So absolutely this is wrong. Look down on or upon means despise. In last class we discussed despise, hate, ignore, neglect. So now what is given? Look them up. So here what we have? Look up. What do I mean look up? To find a piece of information, especially from a reference book. Look up in the dictionary is correct as it is, because look at means specifically something. Look for means search. You will not search, you will find a piece of information, you will not search there. So look them down is no. So the answer is option D, no improvement. Next question number 25. She could not cope by the heavy workload. We have discussed almost 3 sentences in 3 handouts of spotting errors. Cope is not followed by any other preposition than with. Cope with. No cope up, no cope off. Many people use cope up also, but cope up is informal. Actually, it is inappropriate to use. Cope with. Always remember cope takes with. So the answer is option A. Next question number 26. She was unhappy even after she married into an accommodative and caring family. So she was unhappy is a highlighted one. She was unhappy even after, remember this one, this is giving some sense, even after it is emphasizing the effect. She married into an accommodative and caring family. So what is a replacement? She was unhappy in the past, or look at this, she remained unhappy, she existed in unhappiness? No. She continued her sadness. Is it any work to continue? No. So the best replacement is she remained unhappy even after she married into an accommodative and caring family. Next, question number 27. I was first to reach the college today. What is the replacement of I was first to reach? See, I told you first is a numeral adjective, definite numeral adjective, in that ordinal definite numeral adjective, ordinal numbers. When ordinal numbers are expressing the sequence or the order, they must be preceded by definite article the, which is missing here. That means we have to replace here, there. I was the first to reach. I firstly, no. I did firstly, no. So the answer is option A. I was first to reach the college today. Next, question number 28. The cities are bursting on the seams with people. What is the era? The cities are bursting on the seams with people. What is the era? This is a phrase, in fact, idioms and phrases. This is a phrase. You should know what it should be. See, the correct phrase is bursting at the seams, not on. Bursting at the seams means it is crowdy, filled with, overflowing. Filled and overflowing. That means it's very crowdy. So if you know the expression, it becomes easy. Bursting at the seams, not on the seams or not at the seams. So bursting at the seams, not just so at the seams. Option C is the correct answer. Right, now look at the next one. Question number 29. Let his failure be a lesson to you all. You all, to you all is a highlighted one. So what is the replacement for that? Let his failure be a lesson dash to all of you, to all you people, to all you, to you all. What is a replacement? So the best replacement for this is to all of you. It is the best way, formal way of expression. Generally you will say you all, but this is the formal way. To all of you. So the answer is option A. Next, question number 30. He started at the bottom rung of the ladder and then gained success. Highlighted one, bottom rung of the ladder. What is the replacement? Bottom rung of the stair, lower rung of the ladder, lower rung of the stair. So this is again come under a phrase. The phrase bottom rung of the ladder means from the basic or the lowest or fundamental position or job. So it is correct as it is. The answer is option D, no improvement. Is that clear, guys? So bottom rung of the ladder is the correct one, from the basic position. Next, question number 31. The rain brought more respite from the heat. What is the era? The rain brought more respite from the heat. So here the era is with the part more respite. So here are the replacement options given for us. Much respite, most relief, severe drought. Respite means relief. Okay, so are we using the sentence in comparative form? Is it in comparative degree? No. So the usage of more is inappropriate, and hence we cannot also go with most because it is not in superlative. And rain, when it rain, how can it causes drought? It is highly inappropriate. So the answer is option A, much respite. Next, question number 32. She decided to go there though her husband cautioned her on it. So the highlighted one is on. What is the replacement. Cautioned her dash it. She decided to go there though her husband cautioned her dash it. Against, for, about. So caution means something which is opposing only, opposing the actual thing or whatever is going on. When will you give caution? When something is contrast to the normal thing, something is dangerous or something is not good thing. So in such conditions we have to use against, not on, for, about. So the answer is option A. Next, question number 33. We insist on your leaving the meeting immediately. What is the highlighted part? You leaving is the highlighted part. Here leaving is a gerund, and before gerund what do we require? Possessive case. That means it should be your living. Where is your living? Option B. So the answer is option B. So A and C are incorrect. Question number 34. However great you may be, you cannot truffle on a man's feelings. Here the highlighted one is truffle on, not that truffle which you eat as a dessert. Here truffle has another meaning. So truffle gives the sense of to treat or deal with someone, to show or that shows that shows lack of proper respect. Truffle means to treat or deal with someone that shows lack of proper respect. So that is what truffle. And the usage of preposition on is inappropriate. What is the preposition we require? Truffle with. So the answer is option C. Next, question number 35. In order to get into the gang, the boy had to perform the sanguine task of stabbing a man to death. What is a replacement of sanguine? See, sanguine can use as adjective. Capital, akin means similar. Are we talking about similar task? No. Sanguinary. What is the difference between sanguine and sanguinary? Sanguinary is also an adjective. Then what is the difference? The difference is sanguine means to be optimistic. To be optimistic or to be in positive way. To be optimistic or be in a positive way. And for what? Being in a positive way in bad situation or for doing something bad in bad things. That is sanguine. Whereas sanguinary means you can take it as a bloodshed. Is that clear? The difference between sanguine and sanguinary. So sanguine is being optimistic in doing something bad. In bad things or in doing bad things. Whereas sanguinary means a bloodshed. So what do we require? He has to stab a man. That means he has to do some crime which involves lot of bloodshed. So the answer is option B. The difference between sanguine and sanguinary. So sanguine is adjective, sanguinary is also adjective. Both are adjectives only. But the difference here is sanguine has different meaning, sanguinary has different meaning. You should know the difference between those meanings. Next question number 36. Being the only girl in the team, Rima is cuddled by everyone. So here cuddled by is a highlighted one which should be replaced, or if it is correct can keep as it is with the given options. Here we have mollycoddle, mollified, dispelled. What do you mean dispel? Disappear, or you can say vanish, right? And what is mollified? Here you required to learn the meanings, guys. Only then you could able to choose the correct one. So do you know pacify? Pacify means appease. Appease means make someone be less anger. That is what mollify. And here mollycoddled. What is mollycoddled? I will give a simple word for you to understand. That is pamper. Right? If you're the only child or if you're the youngest one, you will have lot of mollycoddled. You will be pampered, right? So here, cuddled by is not the correct one. Cuddle means, of course, you know, hugging and caring. That is somewhat sensual, which cannot be used in that context by everyone, is not correct. So pampering can be the right choice to use. So mollycoddled is the answer. Next question number 37. The majority of the rain-fed Indian rivers either dry up or become trickle after the monsoon. What do you mean trickle? Trickle means flow in a small stream. That is trickle. And here are the options: become the trickle, become a trickle, become a drizzle. Drizzle means, you know, a small, you know, very light fall of rainfall. That is drizzle. Now, what is your answer? See, become what? Become a trickle, a stream, one stream, not particular stream. So da is inappropriate knuckle, because da means we specify. We are not specifying one. We are talking about rivers, different rivers. So a trickle is the right answer. So the answer is option B. Next question number 38. The tribe lived with different customs. The tribe lived with different customs. See, live with means living together with someone. Here, lived with different customs is not giving sense. I live with my parents. That is okay. So that needs to be replaced. Live on, we live on food and water, but their customs. Live by, live through. Live by means abide by, follow something. Okay, they live by honesty. They live by a set of rules. So follow. So you have to replace with by. So the answer is option B, by. Now look at the next question. Question number 39. Despite his father's financial assistance. So here we have despite. That means contrast. Sentence is in contrast. Despite his father's financial assistance, what happened? He was always hard on. What do you mean by hard on? Hard on means close to, or you can say next to the function. Now hard in something. Hard out means lack of or short of money. Hard up means it relates to time in telecast. or broadcast something, because you cannot push something back because already something is exist at that time. So that is what hard up. Now we are talking about financial assistance. Though he is receiving financial assistance from his father, yet he is short of money. So the answer is option C, hard out. Sorry guys, here there is a correction. The correction is with this. So hard up is lack or short of money, and hard out is what I told you, time that cannot be pushed to telecast something, because already that slot is booked for another program or another thing. So that time period or the time slot or the time is what we call hard out, and hard up is what, lack of money or short of money. So try to understand the difference here. So the answer is option B, hard up. Hard up means I'm hard up, that means I'm broken, I don't have money, lack of money, short of money. So that is the difference here. So the answer is option B. Let's see the next one, question number 40. When in doubt, check it up with a good dictionary. What is the error? When in doubt, check it up with a good dictionary. So do you want to check it up with a good dictionary, or check it with? See, look up we discussed. Like that we have phrasal verb with check. We discussed look up. In the same sense we require, but here we have check. So check it up in, no, it doesn't give any sense, yet usage of two prepositions are not required. Check it with means with a person, not in dictionary. So no. Check it in is correct, it is in dictionary. Check in something, that means to find in dictionary, right? So the answer is option B. Next, question number 41. She is bent to take revenge against her attacker. Bent to take, is it bending or something like that? No, right? So this is to be replaced. Bent upon, bent in, bent for. What is the right one? She is dash taking revenge against her attacker. That means she is adamant. She is very strong on that decision. What is the decision? Taking revenge against her attacker. So that sense you will get by using the phrasal verb bent upon. She is bent upon taking revenge against her attacker. So the answer is option A. Next, question number 42. Herbal medicines are very efficient in treatment of jaundice. What is the error and what should be the correction? Effective, you know the difference between effect and defect, AFFECT, EFFECT. And here we have effective, expensive. We are not talking about the expense, we are talking about the treatment and its efficiency, right? So it cannot be, and effective cannot be. Is it not efficient? Do we require to take effective? What is the difference between efficient and effective? Effective means doing right thing. On the other hand, efficient means doing thing right. Confusing a little? Let me clarify. Efficient means whether it may not be the correct or the best, but that is the only thing which can be done at that moment. That means it is done faster to get results. It is done faster to get results. Whereas this one, it may not be the fastest one. It cannot be the fast one, but it will get the right results. It will get the definite results, appropriate one. Hence, we require the correct results. The answer should be effective. Option B is the right answer. Did you understand the difference between efficient and effective? Next question number 43. At the present rate of exchange, 14 dozen cost 3,000 rupees. We learnt in nouns chapter in nouns number, dozen is a unit of counting which is generally used in dozen only. 1 dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen, 4 dozen, singular, plural also same, unless there is a specific exception we can use, where we can use dozens when the number is indefinite, like dozens of fruits are sold by the vendor, then we can say dozens. But unless that is a scenario where the number is indefinite, when the number is definite, whether it is singular or plural also, it is dozen only. So 14 dozen. 14 dozen is singular or plural? We are not talking about one. 14 is plural. So cost is plural. That means it is correct only, no? So the answer is option D. Dozen costs. If it is 1 dozen, it is okay. Dozens cost, no dozens. Dozens costs, no. 14 plural. Dozen singular, plural also same one. Sheep, sheep kind of thing. So the answer is option D. Next question number 44. I made him to do the project against his wishes. What is the replacement for to do? I made him to do the project against his wishes. So here made is there. Made is a verb which is causing another action to happen. That means made is a causative verb. Made is a causative verb. And made is a true causative verb. True causative verbs are followed by bare infinitive. Bare infinitive means what? Only V1, not to infinitive, not 2 plus V1. So 2 is inappropriate. That means we require only V1, that is do. So the answer is option C. Now look at the next one, question number 45. The fact that he can't be able to sing is a highlighted one. Is known only to very few people. What is the error and what is the correction? The fact that he can't be able to sing is known only to very few people. Is known is sensing simple present tense in passive voice. The fact that, what is that fact? Can't able. See, can means what? Able to do something. Okay, whenever we use can, do not use able. That becomes redundant. But informally and many times we say, I'm unable to do and I'm able to do. That's okay, I'm unable to do. But some people say, I cannot able to do this. Cannot able. It becomes redundant. So do not use that. So here could not able, no way. Can't be what? Can't be singer, no. So the answer is option A, is not able to. You either use can or able, not both, because they become redundant. So the answer is option A. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 46. You would better gone now or you will be late. What is the error? Here we have gone as a highlighted one. Right. So here would is there and the options are to go, going. See, whenever modal auxiliaries like will, would, shall, should, can, could are there and without any have forms, remember they must be immediately followed by the main verb only in V1, not 2 plus V1. So the answer is go. You would better go now or you will be late. 47. The vice principal decided to resign when he was passed over for promotion to principal. What is pass over? And here that is a highlighted one. pass over for promotion to principal. And the sense what we require here, the vice principal decided to resign. Why? When he dash for promotion to principal, he is a vice principal. If he get promotion, will he resign? No, right? He won't resign if he gets promotion. No, but here pass over is there. That means we require a negative sense instead of positive sense. So here what are there? Pass by, pass out, pass off, and pass out. So here you should know the difference here. So what is pass over? Pass over means not give someone a better job or position. Not giving someone a better job or position. That is pass over. Next, pass by. I'm passing by. Right. So what is a pass by? To go near it. I passed by the garden. That means you went there and near to that. You passed that and you go. That means you went close to that. That is pass by. Next one, pass off. OFF. Pass off means to happen in satisfactory way. To happen in satisfactory way. That is pass off. Everything passed off and I'm happy. Everything happened in a satisfactory way. Next, pass out. You know very well. To faint or become unconscious. Now, what do we require? We require negative. Should we pass out? He has to pass out. He has to become faint. That is the reason. No. He should pass off. If everything happened satisfactory way, why will he resign? No. Pass by. Going close to it? No. Pass over. Not getting what he wished for. Right. He wanted to become principal. He is already a vice principal. But he is not given positions. So when he was dash over for promotion to principal, he was not given a better job. What is that better position? Principal. When he is not promoted for principal, he wanted to resign. So the answer is option D, no improvement. So these are the phrasal verbs with pass. You have to learn all these, guys. Pass over is a negative one, not giving someone what they want, a better position, a better job, etc. Next, pass by, to go close by, okay, near to it. Next, pass off, to happen something in a satisfactory way. Next, pass out, to faint or to become unconscious. Next, question number 48. His career saw a temporary soar in 2015 when he was unable to make any big scores. What happened to his career? He was unable to make any big scores. That means his career was rising or falling. When something negative happens, negative only will be the result. When you did something better, you will reach better position. Right? In 2015, his career saw a temporary dash when he was unable to make any big scores. We require a negative sense there. What is soar? To rise. That means increasing. That is positive sense. No. Next, apex means what, guys? Apex. You know apex quote means what? High or top. To top, the top quote, the high quote. Next, boom. Boom means, you know, boom is also gives positive sense. To increase. right? To get more profits or double the things and all, right? Upturn, upturn also gives a positive sense. Upturn, to gain or increase or rise. Next, slump means what? To fall. So we require a negative sense, hence our answer should be option B, slump. Temporary slump, fall. Is that clear, guys? So the answer is option B. Next question number 49. Please give my regard to your parents when you see them. Here, you know very well, in our mail writing, when you are typing a mail, at the end you will, what do you say? Best regards, or with warm regards. And letter you will say convey my regards, not regard. So that is error. Now here is our answer, regard. That is clear. Now I would like to tell you the meanings here also. What is aspersion? Now what is option A? Aspersions means what? Attack on reputation. Attack somebody's reputation, or attack on fame or reputation of someone. That is aspersions. Next, grimace. What is meant by grimace? So this is a facial expression, an ugly, twisted facial expression. To express disgust or pain. So when you feel pain or when you feel disgust, how will you put your face? Right. So that an ugly twisted facial expression is called grimace. Is that clear? Next we have here is, what is the meaning of reproach? It is to express or to express disapproval. To express disapproval. That is what? Reproach. So not only the answer, you have to learn the other words also. Aspersions, cast aspersions is an idiom. Idioms and phrases you might have learned this. Cast aspersions. Casting aspersions means, doing false accusations or making something bad to take their fame or reputation in the society. Next, grimace. Like I told you, whenever you feel disgust or pain, however you put your face, that is what? Grimace. And regards, reproaches to express disapproval or rebuke, something like that. Next, let's move on to the next one. Question number 50. Hans probed his body from top to bottom. Hans probed his body from top to bottom. Here, probed is a highlighted one. So what is your answer and what should be the replacement? So misconduct, misbehavior, conduct is not good. So misconduct. Pested realm. What do you mean realm? Realm is nothing but a kingdom, right? So misconduct, pested, pested means pests, so infected, pested, infected. Probed means what? Probed means physically explore or examine. physically explore or examine. And I told you pestered means infected, or in other words you can say annoy or irritate. If you talk about persons, you can say stop pestering me, that means stop irritating me. So here hands, with hands they are examining, so hands probed his body from top to bottom is correct as it is. So the answer is option D. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 51. When my wife is angry with me, she will conciliate my attempts to get back in her. What do you mean conciliate? And conciliate is a highlighted word, and the other words we got is hubbub, contend, rebuff, bolster. Do you know the meanings of this? First, let me tell you the meanings of these words, starting from hubbub. Hubbub is a chaotic, noisy noise, chaotic noise, or shouting, noisily. So that is what hubbub. And rebuff, rebuff, reject in an abrupt manner. Rejecting something in an abrupt manner is rebuff. And contend, contend, right? To struggle, to cope with, that is contend. And bolster is a thick pillow. See, we know pillows will arrange. Thick pillow is kept behind small pillows which are soft and smooth for support. That thick pillow is called bolster. So we got everything, and what you require to get is conciliate. Reconciliation, if you know conciliate, you will get reconciliation. So like that, when the two friends fought with each other, their classmates tried to bring reconciliation among them. What does it mean? Conciliate means to make someone less anger. That means, simply speak, appease. It should be appease. So what should be the answer? When my wife is angry with me, she dash my attempts to get back in her. That means she is opposing, not appeasing. She's opposing his attempts. So what should be the one? Hubbub, chaotic noise, or shout noisily? No. Rebuff, pillow, or struggle to cope up? It is rebuff. Reject his attempts. So the answer is option B. Next question, number 52. Even though she bet cancer, she still dealt with dizziness from her battle. So what is dizziness? चक्कर आने लग रहे बोलते हैं ना. What is the dizziness? Feeling like you're moving around and all that kind of fatigue situation is what we call dizziness. Is she dealing with that one? It should not be. Next, vigor. Vigor means what? Being energetic, healthy. being energetic or healthy. Next, barrette. Barrette is, girls, you might know, barrette, a bar shaped hair clip. You use clips for your hair to clutch them. So it's a hair clip which is in a bar shape. That is called barrette. And we have ambuscade and debility. Ambuscade is nothing but ambush. You know ambush, right? A sudden or surprise attack is called ambush. Next, debility. Debility means sickness, or I can better write this way. Weakness due to unhealth, having some health problems. So what she is dealing with? Is she dealing with vigor, energy and health? Is she dealing with ambush? Is she dealing with a beret or debility? Definitely, it should be debility. So the answer is option D, debility, weakness. Is that clear, guys? Let's move on to the next one, question number 53. The belfried mother treated her child like a princess despite the fact she risked spoiling her. The belfried mother treated her child like a princess despite the fact she risked spoiling her. What is a belfried? Belfried is nothing but the top of the bell tower where bell is kept. You know, in churches you can see a bell tower will be there, and at the top of that bell tower a big bell will be there which will be rung, right? So that top of that bell tower is called belfry, not fried, belfry. Belfry is nothing but the top of the bell tower where bell is placed. Okay, guys. So it is inappropriate to say belfried mother. It's not at all possible. We do not have adjective belfried. Okay, that is incorrect. So in fact, it should be belfry. Belfry, not belfried. So that is first thing. Next one. Bescott, botched, bestrayed, crucified. Guys, you know crucifixion, right? Jesus crucified. Bescott means, it is, if you are into reading novels and all, you will come across this word quite often. Bescott means to be in so much love. That is Bescott. To be in very much, like so much loving, like of course parents love the children, but her mother is loving her too much and she's treating her as a prince. Definitely your answer should be Bescotted, option A. Next, bestrayed. What do you mean bestrayed? See, strayed, you know, right? We have this word in synonyms and we have discussed bestrayed is different from strayed. You know, strayed. What do you mean strayed? I can say bestrayed as straddled. Straddled. What do you mean straddled? Sit or stand in such a way you will left one leg on the other. Like let me put, either you sit by crossing one leg on the other leg, or you will sit in such a way, or you stand, you can stand and cross your legs, right? That is called straddle. And stride is nothing but a walk. Okay, walk with long steps is called stride. So that is bestrayed. And the next one is botched. What do you mean botched? Botched means carry out something badly. Carry out something badly or unsatisfactory way. That is what? Botched. So stride is walk with heavy, long steps. Long foot is different, guys. So walk with long steps is stride. Bestride is straddle. Straddle means not walking with long step. It is crossing the legs, either by sitting or by standing. If you cross one leg over the other, that is bestride. And crucified, you know, right? Punishing in such a way, right? Jesus got crucified on the cross. Of course, you can say carelessly. Carry out means to perform something carelessly or badly. Question number 54. Look at this, guys. If only I had known about your arrival, I may have come to the station to receive you. What is the error? Here we have if clause, right? And the highlighted one is may have is the highlighted one. So if only I had known. So if only I had known. If plus subject plus had plus V3. That is what we have. If plus subject plus had plus V3. That means if clause, which condition, guys? Condition number 3 or condition, fourth condition or condition 3, unfulfilled condition. So followed by what? Would have plus V3. Would have plus V3. But may have is there. V3 of course come, came, come. That is correct. So would had, no. Would have, obviously. So the answer is option C. Next, question number 55. Shyam's songs have such a lively kernel that they are very popular in dance club. And here what do we have is kernel is the highlighted one. And what should be the correction? Here we have different words. Catenate, tandem, blizzard, ball. So again, you have to learn the meanings for these. So let us learn the meanings for these one by one. First, let me talk about catenate. Before that, let me ask you, what is in by LOL? What is in by LOL? Yeah, I'm talking about your internet slang. LOL. What is in by LOL? Laugh loud. Right. So, catenate means what? Be loud. That means laugh loud. LOL. So, catenate, you can say LOL. So, do remember LOL and you can able to go with laugh. Good. Laughing out loud. Next, what do we have here? Blizzard. What is by blizzard? Blizzard has two meanings. One meaning is a severe snow storm. A severe snowstorm. When a snowstorm has come severely, will it be a good thing? Everything is peace and happy? No. It creates some it creates some it creates some hazard. So that is the other meaning. Next we have cadence and ball. What is my cadence? Cadence means rhythm. Cadence means rhythm, something which is rhythmic. That is cadence. And then we got ball. Ball means shout or call out loudly. Shout or call out loudly. So what should be the answer? How he has sang? He sang rhythmically. So the answer is option C. Question number 56. Both the families were invited, but neither had accepted our invitation. So what is the error here? We have two families. So both the families, both means two. Both the families were invited, but neither. That means 0 of 2. Had accepted our invitation. So had accepted. How can it will be in past perfect? After invitation only know whether you accept or not. It can. So this one is incorrect. It should be in simple past, not past perfect. Very simple past. Accepted, correct. Has accepted, present perfect. Did accepted, not at all possible. So the answer is option A. Question number 57. If I dash money, I would have bought this car. Here what do we have had, present perfect. Do we have present perfect in if clause? No. And what it is followed by? Would have bought. That means it should be if plus had plus V3 followed by would have plus V3. Would have plus V3 is correct. But here have had is incorrect. So it should be had plus V3. So where is that had plus V3? Had, did have, had. So had plus V3 of have is had. So we can take had. One had is auxiliary verb, another had is main verb. Is that clear, guys? Next question number 58. She has not been well for the past few months. For the past few months. Here few months we have which you have to consider, and has not been well. Has plus been, has plus V3, present perfect for the past few months. Now since can we use? Few months means period of time or point of time? It is period of time, not point of time. So we cannot use since. Right. And for the past few months, we are particularizing the, not required, right? For past few months. Already few is there. So the answer is option B. Next, question number 59. Any bad habit must be nipped on the bud. See, if you know this phrase or saying, you can answer correctly. It cannot be on the bud. So what it should be? Nipped or nip in the bud. Good. It's option B, in. Next, question number 60. Perhaps the wolf was waiting to spring up on him. So here, perhaps the wolf dash to spring up on him. To spring is to infinitive. 2 plus V1. Spring, sprang, sprung. To spring up on him. So what is given is was waiting. So was waiting means what? Past continuous. Action started and going on in particular period of time. Had been waited? No. Could be waiting? Has waited. So what could be the right one? See, could be waiting we cannot take because we are not talking about which is ability of doing something. Has waited till then, but to spring upon is there, that means not at all done. Action was going on, that is what the sense. Has waited is present perfect, done till that particular time is not possible. So was waiting is correct as it is. So the answer is no improvement. You should know the uses of tenses, guys. Has plus V3, has waited, present perfect, action completed just now, but that is not what it seems. Has waited to spring upon him, that means now it sprang. There is no particular sense there. Next, had been waited. No, we are not talking in passive voice, not possible. And this is no, grammatically incorrect structure. Let's see the next question. Question number 61. Each of our trainee pay their tuition fee at the beginning of the course. Each is there. When sentence begin with each, I told you each is a distributive pronoun, which means one at a time. So they always followed by singular verb and singular pronoun. Each of our trainee. Each of is there. Definitely it should take a plural because one of, each of. But trainee is there. No, it is wrong. We require trainees. Where is trainees? Here we have trainees, here we have trainees. Here trainee, no. No improvement also cannot be because trainee, okay. Pay. So here each of the trainee is singular, I told no, because subject is each, we require singular verb. So this one or this one, here it is plural, wrong. So pays his is the correct one. So answer is option C. Next question, question number 62. Hardly had she finished her dinner, then the doorbell rang. So we know this one, hardly is there. Hardly is followed by what? Can hardly followed by then? No. Hardly is followed by when. So the answer is option B. Hardly when, scarcely when, no sooner than. Here hardly is there, hence we require to use when. Question number 63. The patient died of a wound and not of cancer. I told you the difference of using prepositions with the verb die. Die of, die in, die for, right? Here we have another word to learn. Now, the patient died dash a wound. Is wound a disease? No. So we cannot use of there. And not of cancer. Cancer is a disease, we can use of. That means before cancer we require of, but not before wound, because wound is not a disease. So what should we use? See, of should not be there, I told here. Is there. Of should be there, I told, not there, eliminate. Here of should be there, not there, eliminate. Here of is there, good, and started with from. There is another one, that is die from. What is die from? As a result of. Die from means as a result of. Hence our answer is option A. So die of disease, die in accident, die for, that means longing for something, hence you can do anything for them. 64. The manager was highly upset because of the inordinate delaying. Inordinate is a word which is qualifying delaying. Delaying is an inform, but what do we require here? And the inordinate, because of the inordinate. Inordinate, what is the parts of speech of inordinate here? It's an adjective. And sin, te, it's an adjective. So after that we require a noun form. So can we say the inordinate delaying? No, it is not the correct version. Then the inordinate delay, noun form, okay. The inordinately delay, we don't require adverb, so no. The inordinately delaying, no. So the answer is option A, because we require a noun form, we cannot take a gerund version there. So replace the inordinate delaying with the inordinate delay. Next, let's move on to the next question. Question number 65. Ramesh says he has already repaid me, but I can't recall. So I will have to take his word. So what is that means? Ramesh says, what he says? He has already repaid me, but I can't recall. I cannot remember whether he repaid or not. I didn't remember the thing. So what I have to do? I will have to take his word. So what is the right replacement? If you know the correct phrase, you can do it well. So to take his word as true, to take him at his word, to take his word, to take for his word for it. Not giving sense at all. This is not the correct phrase. The correct phrase is to take him at his word. That means to believe something as true, to believe something as true because you do not have any memory of that, or you do not remember that. So the answer is option B. Now look at the next one, question number 66. Grandfather always finds faults with the poor gardener. This kind of question we have done in spotting hereof, right? Now look at this one. Grandfather always. Grandfather is third person singular. So we require a singular verb. Finds correct. Find no. Is finding. Always no. It cannot be is finding. Find no. Finds is correct. Finds what? Faults with the poor gardener. The sentence is correct as it is. So the answer is option D. No improvement. Next question number 67. As you find me absent, please leave the parcel with my colleague. As you find me, as indicate reason, right? As you find me absent, please leave the parcel with my colleague. So please leave the parcel with my colleague is an imperative form, right? It is giving some suggestion for someone to do. Now as is inappropriate, definitely that is a highlighted one. Then what should be the replacement? Unless you find me, that means it expresses a condition. So unless you find me absent, please leave, not giving sense. As no, just now we said should. Should you find me absent? That means if you find me absent, please leave the parcel with my colleague. So this is the correct one. So the answer is option C. 68. When the prodigal son returned home, his father welcomed him with open hands. What is the error and what should the correction? You know the difference between prodigal and prodigy? What is a prodigal? Prodigal is different from prodigy. See, prodigal means one who spends money wastefully. Okay, one who spends extravagantly money, that is prodigal. Prodigy is one who is very good at, like expert at something. The difference between prodigy and prodigal. Is that clear, guys? Now when the prodigal son returned home, his father welcomed him dash with open hands, with open hearts, with open mind, with open arms. So the right usage is with open arms, not open hands, with open arms. Is that clear? Did you understand that? Not heart. Is that clear? So prodigal is a person who spends money extravagantly, lavishly. Prodigy is a person who is good at, like expert at particular thing. Right? Next question number 69. Look at this. Mr. Shaw is having two houses. Can we use verbs of possession in continuous tense? No. So is having is absolutely incorrect. So Mr. Shaw is singular, right? So we require a singular verb, that is has. Has two houses is a correct one. No doubt in that if I was not wrong. Next question number 70. Contrast this work of art dash that. We have contrast. Contrast is followed by which preposition? Contrast to, contrast for, contrast with, contrast by. You are asking to differentiate this work with that work. So the answer is option B. Contrast this work of art with that, not to or for or by. Is it clear, guys?